Hello and welcome to this video. Today I'm going to unbox another Pixie box by Sophie and Toffee. And this one is their Gem and Jewel Pixie box. So I'm very excited about this one because I've actually no idea what's inside here. And behind the tissue, as always, is this lovely little booklet. It has a very simple design, which I always appreciate. I think it's very neat looking. And of course on the back we have Sophie and Toffee's social media information. Now the first mold we have is this trinket box mold, and it looks like it has some facets or something on the inside, and it looks like it has a lid with like a topper on it, which I think we will definitely uncover once I actually unmold this. Next up we have these silver hair combs, and then we have this like gem and like kind of necklacey looking mold. It could also be like a crown or something for your head, probably likely to go with the hair combs, now that I see this together. But I think you can even like make the jewels like singularly, pour them and use them for something else. Then we have some really nice shiny gold like pigment powder and some tiny stones or glass beads or something like that in various different colors and color shift. So we have a nice orange, a nice blue to purple color shift, some like earthy tones. Then we have this collection of like white and silvery pearls and some like hollow pink bows as decorations. And then we also get some glitters, 6 blue, turquoise, purple to like green and like some reddish tones. And then we also have some pigments in brown, blue, green, black, red and white. And we get a whole baggie of goodies for like making charms. So we have a ring that has like a flat top where you can glue something on, some bobby pins and some normal hair clips in like 2 different sizes. And we also get some opaque UV resin in green this time. So it's the same that we had for the lettuce in the burger or fast food box. And then we also have this little charm mold, and we have this earring kind of style mold. These remind me really much of the earrings that people make out of polymer clay. And I think actually that will be a future project of mine. And then we have these. These look almost like geodes, but with like smoother edges. So I think these are supposed to be for the hair clips. And we also get some colored flowers and leaves, which is very lovely. And that's everything inside the box, so let's have a look at the booklet. As always, I think it's really neat to actually see the projects inside, so here we can actually see what the trinket box is supposed to look like. So it has these like gemstone like facets on the outside. And an example of the earrings, and they definitely, with the tops and bottoms that are shown, look like polymer clay ones. We have this pendant mold, and apparently the mica powder colors we could get were random, which is really nice. And here you can see the geode mold as an example, and apparently also the glitters were random. I feel like the combination I've gotten before in this exact configuration. I wonder if they make like the same random ones for like multiple boxes or for the page or something like that. But I'm okay with that because I quite like these. Now, sadly, the first part of me pouring these hair clips was super out of focus and you could really not see anything, so I had to cut it out. But basically what I did is, prior to pouring the resin, I just put in some of the gold pigment that we got with the applicator, just on the sides, trying to kind of replicate what they showed in the booklet. And then I poured like a thin layer of clear resin, put in the flowers, and then I poured the next layer and make sure that there is no air bubbles underneath the flowers. They actually floated a little bit to the top, but I must have missed just some air bubbles, but it was fine. It was not too much, luckily. And then for the trinket box, I mixed up this like teal color, pink, blue and black, and I'm just doing a random pour. And here you can see I'm also molding these like the beads that I made with the leftovers, and I think they actually turned out quite fun. Now the whites of course sank to the bottom, so there's always a spot of white there, but it has some really nice swirls in there nonetheless. Now these sphere molds are actually always nice to have on hand, because you never know which project you can actually use them for, and I think like especially like the large sphere one and stuff, if you have like a flat box or something like that and you want to add a handle or like a knob for like a door or something, you can easily just drill a hole in there and just use it as a door handle. And you can make some really pretty things. This one kind of reminds me a little bit of an ocean. Basically the main colors that got in there were like some black, mostly green, white, and some of the blue. And as you can see, that's kind of also what this coaster got as colors, and the white had some really neat crackly effect. I just went like randomly with the colors again, and I think this looks really, really nice. I quite like it. Definitely a really nice leftover pour. They are of course, unfortunately, some air bubbles, but they are minor, so I'm not too concerned about fixing them. And now the piece I'm actually most excited for, the trinket box. I've already of course seen the picture in the booklet, but I really wanted to see how my pour turned out, because I didn't have any idea how the colors would turn out, because the black opaque pigment that I used was actually a new pigment I've never used before. It was like a cream pigment, and it is actually a matte black, so the color is more grey, but I still think it has a really nice effect. Now the pink was also the same kind of pigment, but the like stuff that I used was a bit dried up, so it made these like really nice bits in there. I can still use it if I just add a little bit of like solvent, like alcohol or something like that, or just mix it in with a little bit less resin, but I think for this box it was actually totally ideal what happened with the pigments, because I think it looks really, really cool. And as you can see, the greens, the blues, and the black really mix well, and they created this nice opaque, like kind of not quite oil slick, but like mystic color, and I think it looks really pretty. I'm actually gonna use this trinket box not for trinkets, I'm gonna use it for my USB stick, so this will fit on my desk really nicely. And lastly we have the geodes. Now these need a little bit of trimming on the bottom, just because the molds curve inwards, which means you have like a slight sharp corner once you mold them, but if you like mold them the perfect timing where the resin is like slightly soft still, you can easily just use a hobby knife or a burr tool and just, you know, unsharpen the edges, round them over a little bit. But I think they turned out really nice, and actually I don't mind that some of the flowers like floated up, because I think it has a really nice effect. Now the white was kind of an accident. I got some white spilled in there from another project where I did at the same time, but I still think it looks really cool. Of course it sunk a little bit, but yeah, I just put in some of the leaf bits that have broken, and I still think it looks really nice. And the same kind of happens with the tealish turquoise color. Also spills in there, but I still think it fits really, really well with the leaves that are floating in there. Now the only thing that is bothering me a little is that the gold like border is a bit too thick for most of them, but I think that can be easily fixed by just applying it after the pour, like after it's hardened with like a gold pen or something like that. I just wanted to try using the pigments because I thought the pigments would look really nice. And then in the end all I did was use some jewelry glue to actually add the hair clips to the back of the geodes. I chose to only like make 2 of them into hair clips because I wouldn't actually wear the others, but I think they would make really nice keychains or other like accessories or even pendants, but yeah, I don't think they would actually fit my style of like and my hair color, so you know, I thought I'd rather reserve the hair clips for something else. But in the end I think everything I made turned out really, really nice. I especially love the trinket box. It looks so cool, especially when the light shines on it. And it's actually very opaque in color, which I was hoping for, so that, you know, cannot necessarily have like clear spots, because some of the pigments I used were very see-through, and I hoped I wanted to have like a cohesive color, cohesive opaqueness, and it worked out pretty well, pretty amazing. But I didn't actually have opaque blue pigment at hand that is dark enough, so yeah. But I'm really happy that it turned out perfectly well. And the geode molds I absolutely love. And as I said, the earring molds remind me a lot of like polymer clay or like female type of earrings. And I really want to try that one someday, but maybe not with these large molds, because I don't really like these hefty earrings, but you know, they've definitely given me some ideas for the shape. As for the tiara, it's not something I would make, but I'm definitely gonna use the hair combs for my cosplay accessories, because they're perfect when you want to attach something into a wig, like ears or some other decorations. So they're definitely absolutely useful, as are the glitters and the pigments. So overall, this Pixie box was a great box again. Got this nice little handy trinket box, which I always appreciate if there's boxes inside of these, because you can really use them for anything you want. And I just think it's really handy, and the shape of this one is really pretty and nice. And I think it will also fit jewelry really well. And then you have the hair clips that you can use for anything, and you have the molds for the geodes that you can make into pendants, you know, hair clips, any decorations at all. And they're actually pretty smooth on the sides. I think you could even make some like calming stones or something like that. You know, that you can, or like calming pendants that you can like grab and like play with when you're out and about and you're getting nervous or something like that. So yeah, very handy. And the tiara mold, as I said, you can like fill in the little gem parts and use those just as embellishment for anything else. You don't have to make it into a tiara, or you can actually make a necklace out of it. So overall, really, really neat, and I think that this definitely fits the theme very well. And again, we get some really nice things that we can use, like the pigments and the glitters, for other projects, which I'm always appreciated, and of course you can also use them for these projects. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed today's video, and let me know in the comments down below what were your thoughts of this box. Did you enjoy it? Would you have changed anything? And which was your favorite project if you actually made some of these? Anyways, I hope you have a great day. See you next time. Bye bye!